Yes.
Okay, so combo with the big ol' yen symbol, because what did I tell you about Americans loving Japanese things and vice versa? We love what we don't understand.
Money.
2 months ago, Rokaku headquarters in Grind Square. Literally Times Square, by the way. The guys in black suits are here again. What exactly did Coin discover to make these guys so anxious?
A lot of
Find the
assets.
red arrows and start spraying. So now, this level is fucking, yeah, this takes a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around.
This is a yeah, you gotta do a lot of like acrobatics around Times Square to fucking get the spray spots. And again, you have to imagine anyone doing this or attempting this in real life, you're fucking dead, right? But you would imagine that just telling the story to the GGs, they'd be like, oh yeah, you're in. Like those stupid little things like, hey, can you grind on this one dumb banister and then make it on top of this roof? And it's like, motherfucker, I painted Times Square in my name and I slid down the electric rail
What do you have for me?
over the naked cowboy, you know, past Sandy Kane. Like, what do you think? You're gonna tell me to grind on a fucking rail on a sidewalk and be like, oh, you're good enough to make it into the GGs? And they're like,
Nope.
yeah, but we fucking kill helicopters though. Which you and is like, okay, combos. Like,
All right.
you know what? Fair enough.
Okay, you got some skills, I guess.
Fair enough. Mad skills. Look at that! Look at that little fucking Fallout character on the,
Yeah, on the wall,
billboard. Grinding on the fucking electric rails, man. So some of these drops, like I know there's cleaner ways to do it, but
Hey,
I
whatever
just
gets you there, man.
yeah, I just struggle and fall on my face. And you know what? Look at my life bar. Combo has the life.
You can spare it.
He can spare. Bitter.
And you see like all these assets.
Yeah, movies and fucking magazines, and there's so much going on in this level because America's busy.
Masayoshi and Ueda, actually, they were really proud of this section in particular. Because they said that it couldn't have worked on PlayStation. The PlayStation was too weak, and the Dreamcast was powerful.
Oh, you
enough
coming
to
up?
Actually,
No, he's gone.
Actually run the game
with
be
all this texture.
Yeah, rendered in a realistic way like that. It would have been possible on PS2, and they were like, "This is really amazing," you know?
This is the power of the Sega Katana.
Yeah. And also, since they had access to the development team for the Dreamcast, they could actually go straight to them and be like, we want to do this. How can we do that? And they're like, okay, maybe we could implement it like this and that. So they had like one less barrier to help with development, you know?
So cyber fucking electric ride-in soldiers are now out to get us because the conventional army was not enough. So we need to send out the experimental weapons, and members of Foxhound are now doing their best, right? So these motherfuckers try to stab me are not getting it. But now we got the literally people in like Metal Gear boss equipment suits are shocking the grind lines so that I can't get my paint.
Wow.
But guess what? Reggie, I'm gonna get my fucking paint.
Did it.
You just gotta stay in between. You just gotta stay in between.
Nice.
Yeah. And you gotta spray all these cute little rhinos.
Oh, wow.
Right? Jump. Jump.
Oh
Oh.
my god, you got you. Tased.
It's okay. So you got. So that's the one thing is like the Rokaku group is putting the cutest little rhinos all over town to intimidate everybody. Oh, this is never gonna work. Can I get it?
Oh,
Can I get a transition?
Maybe you can change lane.
Can I change lanes? Maybe I can change.
lanes.
Every time I switch lanes, yeah! What a
Oh
jump!
my god, never mind.
Oh, what a jump! It's like it's meant to be a cool moment of like, oh shit, oh shit.
Highlighting the failure.
And so far, it's been 3 for 3.
Oh,
Let's see that again, folks. You're cool, Combo. Don't worry. You know, he's like Oro, right? He's holding the boombox, but if he were to just put the boombox down for a minute, he'd be unstoppable.
LeBron.
Right?
fucking going all over the place.
He's basically got the weighted clothing on right now. You're only seeing half of Combo's ability.
He does it for the music. Check this out.
Yeah, this level. Oh, motherfucker, here we go. Jurassic 5 in this bitch.
Let's go. Time to improvise.
I love, God, I don't know his name, but main guy from Jurassic 5 with the deep voice. He's got that bass in his voice, and it's so fucking good. Hell yeah. And like, I really I miss, like the style that Jurassic 5 has is so fucking sick because they do the hot potato, right?
Yeah.
Hot potato rap. And one and no, okay.
No, I'm not.
Damn it, Reggie.
I'm sorry.
You know, the back and forth is so slick, and I love it. And not enough people do it because obviously it's like you have to kind of compromise your own lyrics. You know what I mean? And like you have to kind of write together. And in some cases, you know, you feel like people that are when they're like, yo, you bring someone in on the track to bless the track, and they're like, I'm gonna kill it. You know? So when you think about like.
Well, I think it shows teamwork. It's like, this is our track.
Yes, but like you hear about tracks where it's like, oh shit, like Nicki Minaj killed it on Monster, right? She came in and she did her thing, right? And everyone's like, yo, she like X killed the track, right? Or sometimes you both fucking do it, like I'd say like Renegade is a good example of like Eminem and Jay-Z like together. They both fucking crushed it, right? And the whole thing is like you get your individual props for bringing that fire, right? So to do Jurassic 5 style, you're losing the individuality, you're losing the individual props in a way. But it's such a fucking classic, fresh style, and it's such a retro hip-hop feeling that I don't get enough, that I fucking love it, you know?
You know where they got their name from?
No.
It's actually from a burn. Because, okay, back in the days, there was this band, it was Grand Wizard Theodore and the Fantastic Five, okay?
Okay.
An old school hip hop group. They had a great success called Can I Get a Soul Clap, I think.
Okay.
And the guys from the Jurassic 5, they were like playing around and playing some tracks. And then they played one of their tracks to one of their friends' mother. And the mother was listening to that shit, and they were like, you guys are trying to sound like the Fantastic Five, but you sound more like the Jurassic 5. And the guys were like, what? Why did you burn us like that? But they laughed, and they were like, yo, you know what? It kind of sounds good. And it stuck. Just like from a burn from their mother's friend.
So literally, they got
friend's
this.
mother, actually, yeah.
And then they took the name.
Yep, they got this, and they turned it into something.
Dude, that's the fucking best. You know, that's exactly like Daft Punk, right?
Oh, yeah?
So the way that name came about was when they had, like early on, they had a show. And like someone wrote a review back in the UK. And they basically in the review they dismissed it as nothing but a bunch of noise, troublesome Daft Punk. You know, they dismissed the music as nothing but Daft Punk, and they were like, "Oh, we're fucking doing it," and they owned it. You know, and that's the best, right? What better like compliment than using your diss to own it?
Yep.
Shout outs, by the way, as we're going through all this music, to jetsetradio.live, right? There's actually two of them, but like there used to be jetsetrad.io, and I believe that site has since shut down.
Oh, I see.
But jetsetradio.live is still up, and these are websites that you can literally just go to that act as the broadcasting for Jet Set Radio as if you're tuning in. And I cannot tell you the amount of times constantly before I had like a sound system set up and everything to play like my playlists from my phone, I would just hook up my computer to jetsetradio.live and just blast that. When friends are over, when shit's going down, when you need music for fucking friends coming over for a party, right? You got a little shawty back at the crib.
Anytime.
You need some audio camouflage.
For all occasions.
You need some audio camouflage. You hook up that jetsetradio.live. They got you covered. Shout outs to Professor K. Absolutely.
So.
And that thing persists because people to this day are like, this was a amazing concept for a radio station that should be real. And so that website came into existence, and it's super good. They have the full soundtrack of both games, plus other music that is not from Jet Set Radio, but feels like it would be on the radio station.
Nice.
So that's the best part, is like, it's actually a really expanded playlist, and you get to like experience new tracks and things like that.
We need more of those radios.
Yeah, man. So again, please bear with this level.
Make this work.
There we go. We got it.
Nice.
We got it. We got it.
Strong niggas.
Combo.
You can't send tab over there.
Suicide jumps. But so the other thing I wanted to say about the Jurassic 5 style is there's a couple bits on Black Star. So you know Mos Def and Talib, they have an album called Black Star where it's them together, right? And like they do the 1 and 2 hot potato style for just a little bit, you know? And like I fucking
Super catchy.
It's great. It's so good. That to me is also one of the greatest fucking hip hop albums of all time. But I don't want to fucking get out. We can't get into that. That's a whole like that's a whole big discussion. And I'm full of a whole lot of ignorance, so I'm not gonna be put. Oh my God, that's the worst possible wipeout.
In the fire.
But I love Black Star, top to fucking bottom, and I want more representation of the hot potato rap. And if anyone's got examples out there, I am more than all ears. Send me those playlists. I will add that shit.
Yes. Teaching the music. Sharing the love. Glorious future.
Fuck.
All these like taglines on the posters.
So like, it's the right jump, but it's the wrong momentum a lot of the time. And yeah, this is going a little bit risky. It'll be okay. Just
Yeah, you should be able to finish it.
the right speed, and yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Glorious.
Don't worry about the wipeouts. We're okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Bring it on.
Engine.
Almost a pedal, but not quite. Bring it on.
Grind Square. The whole place was built by the Rokaku group.
Oh damn.
I'm starting to get the feeling that those men in black suits are somehow connected to the Rokaku. This message that Coin left me, I don't understand it. What's his golden rhino that he painted? Does it have anything to do with the Rokaku? Is all of this their doing? And is anything strange going on in Tokyo too? What's this new radio station, Jet Set Radio, that everybody keeps talking about? Well, I'm sort of one track.
Hot shit is what it is.
Now that it looks like I'm involved in something big here, I got no choice but to fly to Tokyo. And if my contacts are right, the first guys I need to get a hold of are these people that call themselves the GGs.
Just the way he talks, right? I gotta fly myself to Tokyo. Get a hold of the GGs. Anyway.
I really like this one.
Oh yeah, humming the bass line.
Yo.
Another
Another of Skank Funk's
Yeah.
songs. Naganuma. Inspired himself
Skank
off of like
Funk. I love that. So we're back in Japan now, so we can kind of fix the graffiti back to what it was. We impressed the West.
America.
They were blown away by
Square
our
in the Bronx.
Yes, exactly. To this day, the legend of the random kanji on the apartment buildings and the projects is still there. No one's touching it. But look at that sick ass fucking helmet though. How about that, right? We can do some fun stuff. We can try some new shit out. Let's have some fun with it.
This song, like he inspired himself off of like
You got some facts about humming the fucking bass line,
right.
Reggie.
That's right.
Ah shit.
So there's this band like from like 1975 to 1980.
Okay.
John Davis and the Monster Orchestra
Okay.
had this track called "I Can't Stop," and he took like a bit of the hook, the riff of this song, and he
Sorry,
also, of the hook and the riff of "I Can't Stop" by John Davis and the Monster Orchestra. Naganuma really dug that, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try to do something that sounds a bit in the same style."
Is that the same track that Kanye sampled? Like, I can't stop.
I'm not sure. I can't confirm, but it could be. You have to double check.
I feel like there's a track on Watch the Throne that is like, I can't stop as a sample. And
I'll
like
have to double check.
and then like Jay-Z's coming in like black cars, black the, boom, 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 boom. You know, anyway, whatever. Yeah, it might be that same track being sampled.
And there's another song called "Feel the Heartbeat" by the Treacherous Three, and the Treacherous Three is like pioneer of hip hop. It's fucking DJ Easily, Cool Mo D, Special K, Spoonie G, and these guys like originators of fast rapping. So,
Are you saying that Skank Funk went back to the roots?
deep in
Not the roots, but
In the
the
earth.
root. He dug it up.
dug it up.
Okay,
went
so-
all the way back there for the legends.
So here we
of
go.
hip-hop.
It all comes back around now, right? These are the open levels. And we're fucking going straight back in. And we're getting our fucking we're getting our title tracks again. So Let Mom Sleep from the the main menu is coming back around, and now you're hitting into the actual full-on radio.
Let Mom Sleep, such a good song.
Now, the problem is, of course, is that these levels, they get really big and they get really demanding, right? Because they're putting all the graffiti spots on you. Every arrow you see
must
is a
tag.
tag spot, right? But here's the thing, there's a trick. You only have to tag the red ones,
Yes.
right? So, I remember when I was first trying to tag everything red and green, and you would run out of paint every fucking time, you know? So it just got way, way harder to try and do that. You can do it for points and for fun, but hyper-specific targeting of the arrows is like, if you're having trouble, then do that, you know? Because, again, if I'm near something I don't mind, then I'm near paint cans, I can fill up my thing, get back to 20, it's no problem, you know? But, like, these levels get really challenging because they're chasing you. They're fucking the suicide bombers are coming in, right? You saw the dynamite strapped motherfuckers are coming in on you now, and you gotta fucking do all the red spots, and they put extra red spots in the form of the rhinos as well.
Okay.
You know,
Like the actual like agents, or
Would you stop
just the
playing with
rhinos
that
there?
radio,
just-
George? I'm trying to get to sleep.
the Rokaku group have lost their fucking minds. They've got machine guns. They've got suicide jet vests on. They want to sacrifice themselves for the cause of stopping your graffiti. You know? So, dying for the poison jam, noble cause.
Not worth it. Worth it.
Worthy endeavor. Dying for the Rokaku group, maybe reconsider your life choices. Yo, check the fucking tag.
Yo, Woo.
Right? Look at the squad. I don't know what the fuck it says, but I love it. It's such a good one.
Yeah, I was checking up, just out of curiosity, the history of graffitis, and some of the oldest graffitis are out there because, like, sure, you have like cave paintings and all these things. I guess they kind of like fall into the graffiti statement.
Oh,
but
if you want to go back in history, you want to be one of those people in a fucking in our anthropology class, being like, you know, class, the first graffiti was technically the caveman paintings. You know what? I'm gonna pull a JoJo and I'm gonna fucking say, Reggie, that's bullshit, but I believe it.
And yeah, like, they would go around, like, okay, cave paintings, that's one thing. But one of the oldest graffitis that they found was, like, in Greece. And was basically like, hey, there's a brothel here.
Ah,
Straight up. So you had, like, You had like something that was like, okay, brothel, women, and just like money, like, hey, you can pay here to get action.
Okay.
So back like ancient Greece, you know, even like. You could
Yeah, I
find-
want to say they showed that, they referenced that exact stuff on, you know the show Rome?
Okay, yeah.
I want to say that like they actually showed. Okay, the bomb's going off. So here we go. This is exact. So like yeah, some of these areas are fucking booby trapped.
No way.
And just yeah, and it's fine. I mean, when they go off, they go off. But they're literally like putting proxy mines that might kill civilians. But if they get the fucking graffiti artists too, if they get the Rudies, then it's worth it. In the
Like
intro,
civilian casualties, worth it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Justified. In the intro to Rome, they show you that some of that artwork, and I think you see the one that's like, "Yo, brothel here, come get a rub and tug."
Yep. This is the spot. Happy endings. And yeah, graffiti like obviously comes from the Italian, you know.
Graffiti.
Graffiato.
It's a type of pasta. That's
And,
true.
there was a term, it was a graffito, and basically like old potters, they would like coat their pottery in some product, and then they would scratch on it to have designs. That's where it comes from. And in Greek, graphein means to write.
Oh, so
Exactly.
graffiti.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Italian lending constant words to.
Oh, that's fair, you know, like all these Latin roots.
Well, I was gonna say like it reminds me of like when you talk about rap, you talk about braggadocio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, sure, we call it braggadocio, but it's braggadocio. You know, and it's absolutely got its roots.